Is to find out who's going to face Noah the Nightmare Tyndall in our finals to be crowned the 2023 Icon of MMA. Will it be Mason the Hammer Adel, or will it be Hyroe the Pitbull Mena of the Mena boys? Although a tie up by the Hammer. The Hammer sends Hyroe out of the ring. So these two young men know each other pretty well. They've had feuds in the past, and it was actually the Hammer. He and his brother Ty recently defeated the Mena boys to become the new Dream Masters BA MMA Grand Prix Tag Team Champions. And that rematch will take place on the 14th, as always. In the meantime, this is all about no titles are on the line here today, as this is to crown the 2023 Icon of MMA, as Mason the Hammer and Hyroe the Pitbull Mena. Look at this. And the Pitbull lining up with a bunch of kicks. And the Hammer's really having an issue with the Pitbull thus far. High Rent District, look at that maneuver. Bringing all of his body weight across the chest of the usually athletic Mason the Hammer Adel, who now catches the Pitbull with a forearm shot. And just like that, the Hammer, living up to the name, spinning discus right hand. Hammer getting fired up. You cannot take too much time, as Hyroe, it seems like every single match in this tournament he's doing something added something extra, giving an eyeball to his vast knowledge of sport and combat, as Mason the Hammer now with the armbar, just as dangerous with the armbar as Mason the Hammer Adel. And do not count Mason the Hammer out. He is triple tough. Shot to the gut. Kick answered for that as well. You don't think that he can't get the job done, because the Hammer is very, very good at what he does. He's a technician in the ring. And thus far, Troy has been eliminated from the tournament, as has Anthony. His youngest brother, Ty, is not in this tournament any longer. The man that took Ty out of the tournament is in front of Mason right now. And the fact that Ty won last year, Mason sending the Pitbull through the cage, and this is where the Adel boys are going to, well, yep, that's what I figured. So this has been the MO of the Adel boys, and and the Pitbull knows this, as this is how the last couple have ended. As Anthony Adel found out, the Pitbull is triple tough. After getting power bombed off the top of the cage in the last match, he still got up and ended up winning, defeating the Hunter, as Mason the Hammer laid in wait. Look at the patience of the Adel with the nice, that's a fireman carry takedown, that wrestling title. There's a crossface, that's a point for the Hammer. On top of the cage, dangerously close to the edge, misses the elbow, and with 1 point going to Adel, and now it's the Pitbull with a suplex, now a German suplex, now a standard suplex. Hammer right back up. What do you do against someone who gets all of that punishment and just gets right back up again? And the Pitbull almost lost his footing again. And oh no! And this time it's an Adel that found out what it's like to get tossed off the top of the cage. Mason the Hammer Adel just got tossed off the top of the cage by the Pitbull Henry Mena. That was brutal. But somehow the Hammer's up. And the Pitbull, how is Mason not getting a... That is brutal. As now, the Pitbull attacking the Hammer. How do you get thrown off the top of the cage and still stand? Very few people have done so. But the Hammer is the exception to the rule, I suppose. who already has the first point. The Pitbull European uppercut. And now stalking the Hammer, European uppercut by Hammer. There's a reason they call him that too. Uh-oh. And Mason, even though he just got thrown off the top of the cage, he's going to go back to the top of the cage. No, wait, he stopped about halfway through. And now a nailing of the Pitbull. Down he goes. Pitbull's fallen. And Mason continues to climb. And of course we know the Pitbull is going to go back up there as the Hammer lays in wait. And here comes Hyroe. He caught him. That's how he defeated Anthony Adele. He evens it up at 1 apiece with these strikes on 50 feet above the ring apron, the floor. Down he goes, gets locked inside that cage, and Hyroe, the Pitbull Mena, the birthday boy himself. You know, in wrestling, customary speaking, it's never usually a luck charm to be on your birthday in the competition. Generally speaking, wrestling, it's kind of like the rib on your birthday. Usually, it's the most embarrassing thing that ever happens, and you usually lose. Hyroe, the Pitbull Mena, not getting thrown into that cast as the Pitbull is going to the finals. And this is going to be intense. It was Hyroe who went all the way to the finals last year, came up short. And it's time for the main event and to crown the 2023 icon of MMA.